All right, guys, so today we're in the old shop. Man, is this place dingy, eh? Who would have thought you could do all sorts of work out of here? Anyway, the plan is yoink this big honking motor out for a couple reasons. One, it has an oil leak we have to diagnose and find. I was worried maybe it was the intake manifold. Doesn't look wet. Pull it out. It's going to go in the Nova, but we have to find an oil leak on it, which I haven't been able to find yet. I've changed the oil pan gasket. I've changed the rear seal with it in the car, and it just kind of drains a little bit of oil here and there, which is counterproductive for engine life. So we're going to pull it out. Tranny's coming out too. It's got a 700R in it, and we're going to put in, I got the floor, but a turbo 350 and a small block little 350 Chev. So it should all fit in right. I'm thinking I should be able to cross over a lot of motor mounts, and everything should kind of be in the right-ish spot. I'll probably have to move the transmission cross member. A 700R is like in between a long tail shaft and a short tail shaft, turbo 350, I believe. Now, GM in all their wisdom, I'm hoping they kept the transmission mount in the same spot. So that'd be sweet. So if we could just line the mounts up, but odds are it's not happening. And the pedestal mounts are welded on this thing. Because I solid mounted this motor. Because I didn't think it would ever come out. Anyway, so that's I got the coolant draining out right now. It's, what time is it? I don't know. It's like 7 o'clock or something like that. 7:30. 7:30. So we'll see. I believe we can get this thing out in a couple hours. It's just a big block Chevy and a Tri-5. So I must have had the whole front clip off this thing when we did the floors. So, oh yeah, I've modified this cross member and everything. If I could, radiator out, core support out, hood's already off, battery out. I don't think we gotta take the master cylinder off. Headers at least loose. There's no way they're gonna come out with the motor. Maybe not. And then transmission mounts, motor mounts, a little bit of wiring, and wrap up the transmission in a garbage bag so it doesn't leak everywhere, or at least reduce the leak as much as we can. You know, 3 or 4 liters leaking instead of 8 or 9. It should be out. Then I got a little stand we can plunk it on, and that'll be another video. We'll see if we can get it running and all that. But I think getting it out tonight for this video is the plan. So I'm gonna get set up with a couple tools and get after it. So, under the hood here, I think we're almost drained out with the coolant. I think I'm gonna take the rad and everything out. Odds are this radiator will probably be good in that Nova, because we'll need some sort of a larger radiator. It's just got a stock small block job in there. And I hope I have a little Tri-5 radiizer. Maybe a little copper one or something like that I can put in here. So I'd like the other car to be running and driving. So I don't know if I'm gonna sell it or not, but having it running and driving is pretty key. So I think this rad and core support should come out rather simple with these dual flex hoses that everyone loves. So get this out real quick. Okay, so obviously This unit is in the air now. We got this out. The core support fell apart in my hand. There's no way I would have screwed that up. I found a vacuum line that was connected to nothing. So the distributor had no vacuum advance. And that probably means there was some sort of vacuum leak, which is probably why this thing didn't run so great. Got all that taken care of. We got the exhaust, the headers unbolted. I'm gonna go underneath and do a little bit of fiddling under there. Otherwise, that's kind of that. I'm gonna skip ahead and do everything underneath the car. I'm gonna leave the transmission bolted to the motor, torque converter, the whole deal. I'll deal with that later. It'll sit nice on the ground like this. What else we gotta go? I don't know if I'll take the carburetors and stuff like that off to make it come out easier. I don't know how I'm gonna strap this thing. I had a big bar, which I don't know if I still have, that would run across with a big chain through it. I think I might have, well, I have it, but it's probably in the scrap bin, which is covered in snow, and it's dark, and I'm lazy, and pick your excuse. So there's that. Oh, yeah, I want to show you. So this thing, it was kind of clattering around, making noise and stuff like that. Not the exhaust, but under the hood. But I don't know if you can see how close that is. This was like that. I didn't do that at all. That wasn't me. There's me. So that, and then again, with this motor being pushed ahead 3/4 of an inch, that puts this header right where you don't want it to be. It should be kind of right back there in the steering box. So that was tight, solid motor mounts. I'm hoping that the motor is fine. I'll do an oil change and stuff, cut the filter apart, see if it's got any issues. I'm thinking it's going to be fine. And if it's not fine, we'll find out. And we'll put it in the Nova, drive it for a little bit, blow it up in the Nova, then pull it out again, because that's what's fun. The only wiring left is the starter, I believe. So I'll take that starter out, or I'll pull the starter right out of it, actually. Transmission, cross member, exhaust off, and then motor mount bolts. It should come out real easy. My phone's over there. What time is it? 8 o'clock. We're jamming. Look at all this work we're doing. Just do a big block R&R in 4 hours or less, or it's free. All right. Well, I'm gonna crawl in there. I'll see you back up topside. Okay, so we got a bunch down underneath. I forgot to show you. This thing's been inside for a couple of days. Well, 3 or 4 days. There's still snow under it. That's how you know it's cold. I dropped the center link, so it's down. I got the exhaust out. That header's not coming out with the motor bolted in. This one did come out. I'll just show you. This is the handiwork I did to it. So, it's ugly, but there's no kind of black spots like carbon or anything like that coming out, so must be okay. Transmission cross member is out. I didn't even have the transmission bolted to the cross member. It's just sitting on it. So there's a few things here that weren't done properly, or I forgot to. I never hit the road. I didn't do the little road test. So, okay, transmission's undone. I unbolted the torque converter bolts. I just kind of rolled it over underneath there. Took those out, so it's just loose in there, easy to take apart, take the transmission, all that apart from the motor. I think I got all the lines off, all the wiring off. The only thing that's left is a starter, which, actually I think I just snipped the main power, or the trigger wire to it, and I left the cable and all that on, so I can use it just as, like we're gonna bridge it when we fire it up on the stand. So that should be all good. The only thing is, I got up in the air, I tried taking the drive shaft out, but it's all stuck. The way the straps are, I can't get to them very easily without kind of jacking it up and turning the rear wheels. So what we're gonna do is just pull the motor and trans out and let the drive shaft fall out and bloodbath the floor. Fortunately, I have oil dry, it's cheap, so we'll just take care of that, and this garage is just destroyed. Anyways, so I think what I'll do now, I actually think I can get this thing down on the ground, which would be really nice, because hopefully the crane will fit under all the wheels. But if I get down on the ground, it's just less lift for the motor to have to come out, which is always nice. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. Jack stands always get in the way. Whoop. So if it'll fit between the wheels, and these are they're 15s with a 70 series tire, 75 series tire. So an engine crane should fit under there, no problem. And then suck it right out, and then put it on the floor. Just waiting on Danny, because I'd like her to hold the camera for me. She's a good camera lady. So I'll get this thing dropped down, chained up, engine crane out, and then you'll either be on the tripod watching me suffer, or Danielle will hold the camera and you can all watch me suffer as a group. Either way, it should be a good time. Okay, so, slight issue where the engine's kind of far back. Oh, I'm the idiot. Never mind. This is embarrassing. You can, turns out you can extend these booms on the crane. I might be trying to go a little quick here. But this thing, we can lift 1.5 tons. See, really, I would have gone to the 1/2 ton setting had I not done this explanation. That's good. I thought I was going to rip the fuel line right off this thing. No, I won't have to. Danny's not judging behind the camera at all. You can tell she's really just team, we got it. So, it's on the ground. I had to put the floor jack under it just a little bit to get the engine crane under. I'm hoping once we get a little bit of weight off of this thing, I'm hoping it comes out easy. What I'm really hoping is we can get it out without having to open the garage door. That's going to be lame. It's already stuck. That was short-lived. This header is in the way. Let's make her into a body lift. Oh. Okay. So off that mount. Off that mount. We're rocked up against the firewall. Mur, I somehow blame you. That thing is all kinds of jammed. I really thought this would be 10 minutes. And then we'd be eating.
What are we eating?
I thought you were cooking.
Oh yeah. Mini pizzas.
Oh yeah. Tire bar? I didn't want to take the intake manifold and all that off because that's just hassle. Can you try pumping it? Okay. No more? Okay. Well, that's not bad. Use these valve covers as a lever. That yoke in the transmission's not going to cause too much of a fight. Give it another pump. Alright, that's good. I think she's coming out. Well, I know it's coming out. It's just level of ease. It's got to be stuck on that transmission. I lazed out. There we go. There's a little bit of pressure on that. Does it sound like transmission was leaking? We're good. Whoever gets this car next, just know it was lovingly taken care of. Oh, right. Transmission lines. Man, it's amateur hour around here today. At least now I moved the motor out, so it's really easy to get to them. You don't have to be so judgy with those eyes. I actually spent a lot of time on these lines too to make them look nice. Okay. Kind of irrelevant. Probably end up remaking them anyways. This thing doesn't come crashing down. This is a miscellaneous chain I just found. Big blocks don't weigh that much though, right? I get this out. And these are going to be spring friggin' loaded. Exactly as planned. Okay. So now, I think everything is out of the way. Hope everything is out of the way. We got it. What is this? Oh. That wire for the alternator. Let them into the rescue. Okay. So we just have that one transmission line, the shift linkage, which should slip past everything. I did KO that fuel line away. Worked hard on that. How are we doing? Oh, the line I had out got stuck. Okay, I think we're home free. Don't stand under it because this is heavy and precarious. I'm a little concerned about that cleaning of that fuel line. Nailed it. I don't know what. What?
Oh, you kind of looked like you were twerking.
Oh. The family show. glove, no love.
I thought this was a family show.
That's what you glove up. Some tape here wrap around that. We'll go next door. Problem is I have one garage. It's very well organized. And then this one. Okay. Coming down. You hit anything? Yeah, that was. I could have done better. Time. It is, yeah. Let's edit that out in post. 9:25. I started at.
It's been 13 minutes.
No, I started at 7.
Oh.
For 7:30, you get the whole thing out, so that's not bad. Okay.
What was the green stuff?
RB antifreeze that can be going to the environment. Let's look at this header actually. I want to see, because this is the side that it's clicking and clacking on. Again, there's no spot there. It looks like it was kind of backfiring out, but oh, well, this collector gasket is blowing out. That's a good sign. Actually, one of these bolts was loose. I don't know what side it was on. That collector gasket is junk. I don't know where the other one was. That was the side that was making noise. So I think, hopefully, that's all it was. We should be golden. Those aren't the super thick ones for some reason I usually use. Okay, so motor's out. I don't think there's a whole lot I got to screw around with on this. We'll take the motor and transmission apart on the next video, or whatever video involves it. We'll put that on a rolling dolly, and then we can move it around, do whatever we want. We could just push this thing into the side, mess with the motor a little bit, see what's leaking. I then got to order parts. I need a clutch, flywheel, a few things like that, switch over to stick. That car currently has an M20 in it, and I don't know what the spline count is on it, but there's an M21 for sale for I think it's $1,500 rebuilt on the internet right now. So an M20 is a long ratio, and M21 is a short ratio transmission, so I think an M21 would be cooler, and it's only money. But I gotta know what transmission I'm gonna put in there in case the spline count is different. I think M20 is different than the 21, 22. I don't know that. Bit of a rookie at it. So we can do that and get that all together. The other motor does have to come out of the Nova because it has a scatter shield and all that in it. So there'll be a lot of screwing around yet. But get this motor on the stand, go through it, see what we need, start ordering parts. Then I have this little motor over here with the transmission. Those got to go together and then slide back in. Gentle. Slide back in. But realistically, it shouldn't be too big of a job. Other than we need some sort of radiator and stuff like that. But there you go. Man, these bushings were brand freaking new last year. And look at them, they're split. I don't think it's split and broken. This is all Moog stuff. This is all brand new. Man, that makes me angry. The front end on a Tri-5 Chevy is $500 to rebuild everything, and complete junk. You might as well just buy the Chinese control arms, the tubular control arms that don't have the bushings on them. These ride nicer, but they don't last. One winter it's outside, and that was it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Big block, come on. Everyone loves this thing. A little tunnel ram action. Transmission apart. We gotta find out what we're gonna put this transmission in. I think it's gonna go in Danny's car, but she has shown interest in driving that convertible a bunch. So I don't know what we want to have overdrive in, convertible or Danny's two-door sedan. Let me know what you think. But that's it for me tonight. We're going for mini pizzas as it turns out. And I'll be back at it tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be warmer. And this will be self-cleaned overnight. See you later.